and we're going to do this. Here we go. Hello, everybody. How are you? Good, I hope. It's Skip Clark. Welcome back to Skip Happens. Tonight we're talking with a true Southern storyteller. I love this guy. Singer-songwriter Randy Cobb. He's got his roots in Pensacola and Lower Alabama. We're talking about Alabama. We'll talk about that here in a minute. He's a big Alabama football fan. And to his powerful comeback with songs like he had Country Boy, Not On Me. He's got a brand new one out. We're going to talk about that here in just a little bit. But Randy's journey is all heart, grit, and real-life country, and let's get into it. It's my good friend, Randy Cobb. Randy, what's up, dude? It's so good to see you.
Man, it's good to see you, man. You look great, Skip. Ain't no doubt.
You look great. You look great.
Dude. Come on with it.
No, I am. You been on a diet? What you doing?
I'm on a try it. I don't know about no diet now. Hey,
you're on a try it.
I had a meeting with some PR people this afternoon, and they had showed me a picture of some donuts, and I made a comment like to say, you better be careful. Them things will make your jeans shrink, and we just laughed about that. Which is facts, they will. 100%.
No, I know they will, but I try to stay away from them now. I don't know. Did you divulge in a donut?
I did. Well, I did not. It was kind of over a picture that was shared with me.
It was a picture. I got you.
But I'll tell you what. I'm not a huge donut fan. I like some of them, but I kind of stay away. But I love fried chicken, and let me tell you, fried chicken will make you jeans too. Usually, when I put my jeans on, they say one at a time, boy, one at a time.
Well, fried chicken all depends what you're frying it in, right? I mean, the breadcrumbs and all that. I don't know. I know there's different seasoning and all that. I'm not a cook. I'm not a chef. My wife handles all that, but still, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can, most Southern boy, I can throw down in the kitchen myself and fry stuff. I like to put stuff on the grill mainly, but I can fry some good chicken, but you can't beat a good old Popeye's bird, man. Popeye's chicken, chicken breast.
Oh, we have a Popeye's. Yeah,
you can't beat that, man. I mean, that's some of the best chicken around. I love it. I mean, I could eat that 3 days a week easily, man.
I love that. Randy, it's so good to see you, like I just said. But, the truth is we've known each other for almost a year now.
That's right.
Maybe just a little bit less, but we met in Nashville. We hung out. We kind of went to the parties together. We went to I know. But we got to know each other pretty good, and I think I totally respect what you're doing, and seeing you grow just from that time that we got to know each other to where you are today, and following you on the socials, and now I see your website, and everything's come so far, and now you're on another single that's being dropped to country radio. I mean, you're going from, and it's not an unusual story. I've talked to other artists that have other things going. As a matter of fact, they've been truck drivers as well, and that's what you were doing, but you don't do that anymore, right?
No, sir, I don't. No, sir. We're full time pushing the music for sure.
I love this.
Blessed to be able to do that, man. So
I love this. Randy, they say your style is described as raw and heartfelt. See, now I'm all flustered. And I think that really comes through in like Not On Me. And when you sit down to write, what are you drawing more from personal stories, or do you like to observe and write about others' experiences too? How does that work for you?
Man, most things that I write are personal stories. I had a production deal with Nora Wilson, years ago, man, and he pitched me a whole bunch of songs. I don't know if you're familiar with Nora or not, but one of the songs he pitched me was called "Live Those Songs Again." I think Chesney ended up cutting that song. That's really what it was about, man. It's about writing songs that you live, man, and that's pretty much what I do. What I do is I write from personal experiences, and most everything that I've written, man, is something I'm living in or lived, for sure.
Well, that's what it's all about, right? That's the country genre. That's the music that artists like you are giving us to play on the radio. And when I hear it, I go, holy crap, that's about me. Holy crap, that's what happened to me last week.
Well, that's what we're hoping for,
exactly.
And I put my life experiences in a 3.5 minute story and hope that, people understand what you're saying. That's what the goal is for sure,
Yeah. So you've catching up a little bit on your background, even before we got to know each other, but you've been doing music for quite a while, even when you were doing the other thing, hauling cars around. By the way, you were going to show me how to load and unload a car off one of those trailers. We never got around to that. It's probably a good thing, but
Yeah.
you spent years sharing stages across the Southeast. I mean, you played the fairs and the clubs and the festivals. What's been one of those you'll never forget this one live show memories? Do you have any? I imagine you would have a few of those.
I do, but I can tell you, it's funny, when I was talking to the PR people today, man, that kind of come up, man. And it wasn't a planned show. It wasn't something that was scheduled. And I've played in front of 25, 30,000 people, and that's a great rush. It's an unreal feeling. But this the lady was talking about Murfreesboro, and I had told her that I had some experience in Murfreesboro. One of the guys I write with lives in Murfreesboro, but also probably 15 years ago, I was visiting a retirement home there, and the lady that was there, I was with, her grandmother was there, and I guess it got into her ear that I was a singer-songwriter. And this lady that lived there, she was probably up in her 80s. She had a lot of grit, man. I mean, you could just tell she was spunky. And she said, "Randy," she said, "I hear that you write and play country music." And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I do." She says, "You got that guitar with you?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, I do. It's out in the truck." She said, "You're going to go get that guitar." This is what she said. "You're going to go get that guitar, and you're going to come here and play us some songs." And I went, "Okay, I could probably do that." And she said, "I want you to go get that guitar right now." So, man, I went. It's a long walk. So, that I guess the cafeteria was in the cafeteria, and it may have been halfway full or something. And it was a good walk to get my guitar and come back. When I got back in there, they had filled that place up. They had brought everybody out of their rooms for me to play. And I had written a lot about life experiences and all, and things that went on. And man, the energy or the aura in that room, when I got into some stuff and was able to calm down, man, I mean, it's almost like there wasn't a dry eye in there. I could hear them weeping and sobbing, man. And those people got exactly what I was saying, man. I mean, I had them in the palm of my hands. They knew what was happening. They knew what I'd been through. They lived it too. And I guess I never will forget that experience, man. It's always stuck with me. It was an awesome experience, man, to be able to touch those people that way with your stories, your songs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's about. Now, you said, you're not driving anymore like you used to, but did that help when it came to writing songs, when you were alone in the cab of a truck going from point A to point B and maybe just letting your mind wander a little bit? I've talked to others that have, like I mentioned a moment ago, pretty much in the same situation. And they're like, you know what, that's my time and I can think. And when I stop to either, at a rest area or I have to do this or that, I'll stop and I'll just think for a little bit and say, all right, now I got a little, maybe I've got some lyrics here to a song, or you make notes.
Sure.
Yeah. That must have helped you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, you have a lot of alone time in the truck. I mean, I've said this a million times and I'll continue to say this. America is beautiful. We are in one of the most prettiest countries in the world, man. I mean, I have been lucky enough to see all the lower 48. I have seen, well, I take that back, about 46. I hadn't been into Maine yet, and I'm not sure. I've been in Connecticut, Vermont, maybe I haven't. I know there's a couple there that in that northeast area that I hadn't seen, but man, seeing those sunrises and those valleys and those mountains and all those things, man, absolutely, they penetrate your soul, man. So sure, I've wrote some stuff around that. Absolutely, man, get inspired by that. I mean, it's the work of the man above, for sure.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Just in awe.
Yeah,
I'm blessed to have been able to experience a lot of those things.
Randy, I know for a fact now over the a short period of time that you've been turning heads in Nashville, and that's where you are right now. You're in Nashville, and I think last time I talked to you, you might have been in Alabama or Pensacola or one of those places. I don't know, but you were, so Pensacola's home, right?
No, Alabama.
Oh, Alabama. So
Pensacola is where I grew
I
up.
got
I
you.
think I think you and I talked. It was like right after the big blizzard we had down there. Remember that? All that snow. We had 9 inches of snow.
Oh
man.
my goodness, that's a lot. Wrong.
Dude, for us, it was like ginormous. It was like, oh my God. Now, the roads did like freeze up for a while and people were sliding all over the place.
I remember that. Yes.
But that was a big ordeal for us, man. I mean, believe me, we liked it, but we was over it in about 2 days. We were ready to leave, man.
No.
My redneck self was out there hunting and that stuff.
We're going to talk about that here in a little bit too. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I love that. But you know what? 9 inches around here when it comes to snow, it's like just another day. Because as you know, we're in the Northeast. We're in central New York. I live in Syracuse, and that's where the studio is. So, but that's where we are. So for us, 9 inches, it's just another day. You hear the buses go by in the morning. The men and women that, we have the equipment. We have the men and women that take care of all that, and they keep us moving, and they do a very good job. And by the way, Dave Williams is saying happy birthday, Randy.
Oh, man, I love Dave, man. He's awesome, man. Tell him thank you.
Let's see. There it is right there. Got him on the screen. Dave's a good guy. Yep.
He's a great guy, man.
We've met, you and I both. I mean, my relationship with the radio business and that side of things, and you as an independent artist, we've met so many together, so many great people on both sides. You know what I mean? Right. Doing what you do as an artist, me, what I do as a radio guy and a podcast host. There's just so many good people, and Dave is one of those. So it's pretty cool.
He is
pretty cool.
As soon as we started conversating, I knew he was, he was a I'd be down with that guy. He was a down home guy, man, humble, and I enjoyed his company. I think Mark was there with me, man, and I don't know. We played for a while, had great conversation. I mean, just one of those guys you always will remember. He's a lifelong friend for sure, man.
Absolutely. It's like what we are now.
Absolutely, man.
I don't know. 100%. Again, you probably walked up to me. It was that night at the Omni Hotel where, I don't know, all the artists were there and radio people was like, all right, who's this guy? All right, he looks a little lonely. I'll go talk to him. No, I don't know, but definitely good stuff. How does, you are turning the heads of some labels in Nashville, and that experience, how has that shaped your mindset, though, knowing they're looking at you as an independent artist?
Well, it's those things have gone on for a long time with me. I mean, there's been opportunities in the past, and for me, I just continue to do what I do. I mean, until you sign on the dotted line, nothing's really going to change. I mean, I just keep on doing what I'm doing. I keep making music.
Sure.
Obviously, that inspires you even more when you know that you're shaking the trees, as they say. I mean, that's a positive thing, man. But that's something that gets in your soul and stirs you up. It's like I write every day. If not every day, every other day.
Okay.
Something. That don't mean I write a song every day, but I'm always writing something. I never come to my producer until I know that I have something that's worthy of spending some time on. And it's in the last 2 or 3 weeks, man. I've had 2 or 3 just fall out of my soul, man. And I love it when it comes that way because there's no effort, and it's because you're inspired. It's because what's going on in your world, man. And it's really a great feeling, man, to be in that position.
No, absolutely.
I'm grateful for that. Yeah,
absolutely.
If that makes sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. I totally get it. I totally get that. Of course, he had Country Boy before. Now you're dropping the sand. But tell us a little bit, the single Country Boy. What was the story behind that, and where did that song come from? And then we're going to talk about the most recent, The Sand. But go ahead.
Okay, so, Country Boy, man, I was at a place called Pirates Cove, man, down in Alberta, Alabama. And one of the guys that I love to write, and I've played gobs of, little get-togethers with him, little gigs and stuff, John Joyner. He was playing there, and I was there to kind of just come, to come hang out. I love watching him pick and play, man. He's a dear friend of mine. And Pirates Cove is right on Perdita Bay.
Oh, wow.
And so I was just on the back deck or whatever, and I it's kind of rural there as well. And I don't know, just being around John, because I really, I kind of look up. He's like a mentor to me as well. And somebody I looked up to, and just, him inviting me. I mean, it was just the situation at the time, man. And that thing hit me just right there on the deck. And all those things are what we do that I wrote about, are things that we do. But to be able for it to come together with a melody and all right there, man, was just really, really, really cool, man. So, and just kind of how it happened. I mean, it was just a matter of minutes, man. It just kind of fell out of me. So that's where it come from. I just, if you remember, look up Pirates Cove, y'all, you'll see, man. That's where the song was written.
That's it. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you were doing a radio show. It was a Cat Country in Pensacola.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the songs that's one of the reasons you were there, was to promote that song, but also being, Florida, Pensacola really well, but still, though, it's a great radio station, by the way. And
absolutely. Yeah. They spin my stuff. If you call and request, they definitely will spin it, man. I'm grateful for that. So yeah, I hear from people, hey, I call and request your song. They played it. And I'm like, good stuff, man.
That's what they do. I'm going to say something here from my angle on all this, because Cat Country is a locally owned, operated radio station in Pensacola, Florida, if I'm not mistaken, 98.7. And they can make those decisions themselves, what they're going to play and what they're not going to play. And stations like that, like here in Syracuse, when I work at the Wolf, we are WOLF FM. Those are our call letters. So how lucky are we? But, here, even with me, we can make those decisions in-house. I can say, I'm going to play this, or I'm not going to play this. So that's an advantage to a lot of the independent artists, such as you, because you know how that works. I mean, there's a lot of great artists. I'm not downplaying anybody, but a lot of the independents get looked over, and a lot of these independents can be as good, if not better, than some of the majors. It's amazing. And so at a radio station like, the Cat Country or here in the Q, so we can look at everything separately and say, you know what, this song needs to be heard, and we're going to play it. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's
absolutely,
that's what I believe in. That's what I believe in. So now let's talk about The Sand. It just dropped, right? It's out.
It's out on your digital markets right now, and then it goes to radio, I think, on the 17th, I think, of November.
Pretty quick.
17th, I believe. Yeah, it'll be on us pretty quick. It's just The Sand. I started writing that song 11 years ago. I wrote the bridge 11 years ago, and it's, I learned over the years, man, that if it, do not push it. I knew the bridge was special when I wrote it, man. And then I tried to write around that thing 3 or 4 times with melodies and all. I had all this stuff going on, but I just like, man, that's not it, man. That's not it. It's not it. And I just, whatever the things I come up with, I just threw them away, and I just kept the bridge. Well, there again, man, I'm inspired what's going on with, my music, and, it's catching on. Like I said, I'm getting a little bit of ground here or there. And, it's, the wheels are rolling some. And then, I was hanging, with this lady friend of mine, and that's just, she was just an awesome kind of person, man. And she really believed in my songwriting and, just my artistic side. She just loved it, and just was really behind me a lot on that. So I think all those things coming together, man, is what, where a lot of songs come from. And I sat down one evening, man, and come up with a melody, and then the rest of it just like fell out of me. And then I got with my producer Jeff King, and he changed the melody stuff that I had written. We were slated to go in the studio the very next day. I was in Nashville here, at the studio, and slated to go into the studio the very next morning. And I thought I had it done. And he's like, man, I think we need this and this in here, about Cronkite and the Vietnam War, which it all fit, And he wrote the melody and all on it. And I was like, I got it, brother. So, man, we woke up like 4:30 the next morning. It was on my soul, and I spit that line out there, and then we went in there and cut it, man.
It's amazing.
It's awesome, man. I just, a lot of those things in there, I remember all of those things. I was the channel changer when I was a kid, turning the knobs to see all the different things.
I think we all do it.
Yeah, man. I mean, just, and seeing people, they talk about, I'll give it a little, it's kind of hidden stuff in there. I talk about John G being on the front porch, with his Henry and a hound dog whistling while at work. Well, a Henry is, if you remember, Uncle Henry is a knife. And you remember in the movies, man, they sit there and whistle. They're whittling.
They're
They're
whittling.
whittling with the knife sitting
Yes.
on a rocking chair, and there's always a hound dog beside them. So that's where that come from. I was like, with Henry and a
Wow.
hound dog whistling while he works. So that's where that come from, man. So I thought that was cool,
That is very cool.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
very
man.
cool.
Some of the guys I hunt with still have those old Uncle Henry knives, and I'm not sure if they still make those or not. I'm not sure, but I remember them. I remember them having a very, very good sharp, being able to hold a blade very, very well. At least skin deer and all of them things.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're hunting and you definitely got to have a knife that it's got to be sharp. So
absolutely.
And that's how that works. Randy, I'd like to talk a little bit about life, loss, and resilience. I know you're not doing this anymore, but at one time you took a little time away from music to focus on family at the time, build your trucking business and all that, which says a lot about your work ethic, by the way. How did that chapter change your outlook on life and your approach to your music?
Well, I'd come off a high there, they had walked me into majority of the major labels here in town, and it may sound funny, but I had passed on one or two there that just wasn't what we really wanted, and then I kind of settled over at the Warner Brothers with Miss Lacey, and she's just a fabulous human being, and I started pitching songs to her left and right, and she asked, she said, I want you to create a CD for us of your best stuff. So that's what we did. River of Blends is the name of the CD. It's on all your, digital outlets right now. And
on all the DSPs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But, and I thought it, in my opinion, it was great. I mean, I talked to Chris after we got it done, and she thought it was great. And I'm like, well, sign me to the deal. I can't. Why? I was just like, I mean, you fight so hard to get there, man. And then when they snatch the rug out from under you, man, it's just like, it's like the worst ever, So it's just, and I had to swap gears. I had a beautiful daughter that's about to graduate high school, going into college, and I had responsibilities, man. And I had to do what I had to do for my family.
Yeah.
And my mom and my mom and I were extremely close, and I know she needed me as well coming up, and I just had to do what I had to do, man. And I jumped into trucks, and I didn't look back. Music was always there. I always was writing. I still would go sit in and play some here and there of some of my buddies, just to keep my chops up, because I love to do it. I love to sit in and play my songs with my guys, man. So it's a great feeling, man. I love that, but it did what we did. I turned over 1 million miles, man, by myself in my trucks. I had 3 at one time, and
wow,
good stuff went on. I was very blessed. I landed some huge contracts, and man, I worked a lot of hours, and I just burnt the old blacktop up. I think we know what happened with the COVID thing. You said, I was hauling some heavy equipment and all on the front end, and then I swapped into car hauling pretty quick because it paid well. And then I landed some huge contracts with Avis Budget, and which was really, the guy's name was Mike Sims, man, and he was the regional manager, and he's still one of my very best friends.
Very cool.
Messes me up because he changed my life.
I get it, man. I get it.
There's guys like that, man, that are game changers, and that come around.
Yeah.
And I'm forever.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Dead to that guy.
It says a lot about you, Randy. It says a lot about you that you did what you had to do for the right reasons. It says a lot about you. Wow.
Yeah, man.
And actually, Dave Williams, he just chimed in. I don't know if you can see this or not. Hang on. Here we go. Let's see if I bring it. There's a song title, Burn Up the Blacktop.
I've never heard that, but
Burn Up the Blacktop. No. I mean, telling you there's a song title. Burn Up the Blacktop.
Hey, that may work, man. I've got a lot of stuff, man, that that I wrote when I was
Mhm,
burning that
mhm.
blacktop up, man.
Yeah,
Talking about,
think about that.
big
Yeah,
rubber turning and watching the sun and, all those things, man, that you see, man, and just, rolling coal and all, all those
mhm,
lines they
mhm.
come up with. Man, I got a lot of that stuff, never.
Yeah. See,
So maybe it's
that's a lot
something I need
about
to,
life, and it says a lot
absolutely,
about
man.
you. All right, you're a real human. You're doing what you love now. You've turned the corner. You've got some good things going down, but it's been a rough road to get there. You did what you had to do with the job,
Yeah.
but you've also been through a lot of loss. I know your mom. I'm reading. I guess your brother, uh, and of course, the business during COVID, which you just mentioned. Yet you are creating again and finding new purpose. And what gave you the spark to pick the guitar back up?
You know, uh, exactly what you just said, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was a COVID hit. I was a car hauler. At that time, I had 2 trucks running and went from making just incredible money to making nothing because when COVID hit, they demanded us to stay home. It affected the car market greatly.
Hmm.
And that all trickled down to us little guys, man. And we just couldn't keep, you're paying, you know, $90,000 a year in fuel, and $40,000 a year in insurance, $50,000 a year in maintenance.
Oh my gosh.
It's cost a lot of
Yeah.
money to run those trucks, and it just trickled down, and it shut a lot of us down. And then, but in those times, man, they're telling us we had to stay at home and we couldn't work, we couldn't provide for our families, and our businesses are shutting
Hmm.
down. We couldn't
Hmm.
provide for our families, and then
Yeah. No, I got you.
and then
Yeah.
the like I said, like you just said, it got on my brother, and I
Yeah.
put him in the car, and I never got to talk to him again. I knew he was sick. We didn't know what he had. We've always been a real healthy family, so
Hmm.
whatever we had, we always beat it. I mean, we never would go to doctors, very seldom. I've been with his back injury, of course, but I mean, like, if you get sick,
Dude,
ailments or whatever, we didn't go to no doctor, man.
we're guys. We don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah, man, everything was
It's
fine,
like
but it
they
got
go to the doctor. No, I don't need to.
100%, and that's what he did,
When we
man. But
should be going to the doctors. So I'm
yeah,
just saying, yeah, yeah. But
and I just put
yeah,
him in.
exactly.
I knew he was sick, man, and we
Hmm.
knew we had to get him some help. And I put him in the
Yeah.
car. I never got to see him again. And then, almost 4
Oh my
months to the
God,
day,
Eddie.
man, I lost my mama to that stuff too, man. I had to shut the machine off on her, man, and that was like, oh, it's like, man, I still haunts me. I'm just now probably able to talk about that without
Yeah.
just dying inside. It's still a
No, I
very
know.
hurtful thing, but
Hmm.
all those things ignited not on me, man. That's where that song come from. It's
There you
not
go.
fair. It's not right for you to tell us we can't provide for our families, man, while you're ushering thousands of people over the border.
Exactly.
And you
Exactly.
pay for those people. You're paying for them to come here. You're
Right.
giving them all these benefits, and I was like,
Yeah.
man, this ain't fair. This ain't the
Yeah.
working man.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times I heard when I was promoting Not on Me that, man, this is the anthem for blue collar America. And it is, man. It's exactly what
Hmm.
that is, man. It's, resilience of blue collar American people just getting out there, making it by the sweat of their brow and not with their hands out. And that's what that
Yeah.
was about, man.
Well, all that, the life, loss, resilience, all that it goes back. It's made you who you are today. And I mean, your heart's been broken. You've put it back together. You've learned to go on, just doing everything. Now you're living your dream, your passion. And I know from the time that we did spend together in Nashville, how passionate you are and how much you love what you're doing. And,
Absolutely.
we went to those different events and hung out together. I could
Yeah.
just tell that, you know what? You're real.
The
This guy's
fires,
got it. Yeah, the
well,
fire
man,
was burning. It was good.
absolutely. The fire is burning bright in my soul, man.
Hmm.
I love to do it. I love the aspect of writing stories, man, and performing them and people getting them. I love all that. I love people. I mean, this
Hmm.
past year when we were promoting Country Boy, we turned 22,000 miles with Mark Dooley and I, and we hit 64 radio stations across America. I mean, we seen a lot of beautiful places, man, and I couldn't walk hardly because I had a herniated disc in my back. Luckily, I had somebody there driving me a lot, man. But
Hmm. Hmm.
what an awesome experience, man! Being able to meet new friends and push that song and just everything about the music, man. It was just an awesome time to be able to do that.
One thing I really like about you is the fact that you express how you really feel. So many artists are out there, and I don't, here again, I'm not, but everybody, I think it's how we look at them. They think, oh, they're fine. They got a lot of money. They got a family. But you know what? They're just like you and I.
That's right.
We have, everybody has their ups and downs, maybe problems at home or maybe problems in the workplace or whatever.
Absolutely.
You know what? It's all real. It's all
Absolutely.
real. And nobody
Absolutely.
should ever take it for granted that everything is fine.
Absolutely.
Because as you and I are chatting here, and you're real. You're real.
Absolutely.
And you're taking your real emotions and putting it to music.
100%. That's another thing I'd always say, man, is, hey, in these, when I was, meeting the program directors, whatever, pushing a song is, hey, man, I'm just an everyday person like everybody else. I put my boots on the same as anybody else does.
Exactly.
Man. Hey, I have the same struggles as everyone else. God put something on my soul, man, that I'm able to do. And I'm grateful for that, to be able to put, words and songs out there about my life, so I'm hoping if I can touch one person or help them to understand they're not alone in their situation, man, I think that I've done a great service for the people, by that. Just if I help this one person, hey, man, I've been there. I know exactly how you feel. Here it is.
Exactly. Yeah. So being an independent artist means you're doing it pretty much on your own. You do have, you've got some press people. I know you're signed with Grassroots, which, by the way, as I've said before, they are the best.
They're awesome.
I just, these people are great. Nancy and the whole gang, just really great. It's well worth every little bit. But being on the independent side, it's all about connection. How do you keep that relationship going with the fans, especially in the smaller towns or even some of the local shows?
Well, a lot of us through social medias, man. That's what we do. And of course, if you're out doing shows, you do that as well. But I haven't been able to do a lot of live stuff because of my injury, but I am on the downhill side of that. Thank you, Jesus. And for 6.5 months there, man, I could hardly walk. So, now I feel like, I'm feeling like just a human being again. I'm able to walk without much pain and discomfort. And I'm looking forward to connecting with more fans. I'm able to do that. And I've been able to do some acoustic stuff here and there, and that's fun. But social media is the biggest thing for me to stay connected with people, That's what for sure. I don't meet strangers. Of course, you know that. I'm sure you know that. I'll talk to anyone. Hey, man, I could go right up.
Except for this little skinny guy that was, I wasn't skinny then, maybe now, but hanging out, then it's like, hey, dude, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it, Hey, so you're an outdoorsman. So when you're out in the woods, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I can 100%. Tell already from the hat, too. I like that.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Nose Down Scents, they're a sponsor of mine, man. You need to check those guys out.
Isn't that now? I am not a hunter, but everybody else in my family is. My brother-in-laws, and they all hunt. They talk about the urine, the scent of urine, deer urine. Isn't that what that company does different? And
they absolutely, they have their own line of cover scents. That doe and estrus, and that bucks, all that stuff, and they have all that. They have calls, and they got a full line of hunting apparel. I think now they even got some cooking barbecue stuff.
No way.
Jason Caldwell out of Tennessee, South Tennessee there, man. He is great, man. You check these guys out. Nose Down Scents, man.
Nose Down Scents.
Nose Down Scents.
Gotcha.
And you know what? He's built this thing from the ground up. I visited his facility there. He does everything right there at his house. He's built he's got his whole family works together. It's a great process to see them what they're doing, man. And he's a old trucker too, man.
See,
it's what that's what he was doing, man. He was burning up the old blacktop as well, and he decided to jump out of the truck, and he jumped into this right here, and he's done very well. But he's works his tail off. Nobody's getting it. Yeah, man, he works his tail. I'm glad. I love to see those stories when people really go after it, man, and they prosper. I just think that is awesome.
Did I ever tell you that I used to drive truck?
No, you didn't.
I didn't, not truck trailer combo, but I had a CDL and I drove 10-wheeler.
Oh, yeah. A 10-wheeler. Okay. Yeah. I remember you wanted me to.
I had an Eaton 2-speed rear end. I remember all this. One of the trucks was a Brockway. Then I drove it was an FWD, which was That was a big ass truck, and I was a little guy at the time. But yeah, so that, I mean, I'm going way back, way back.
Oh yeah.
I went to school for radio and TV, and now here I am. You know.
Well, I'm going to find out what kind of man you are. So you're a truck driver. I'm going to get you one of them car haulers. We're going to
I'll do it.
One up there, that number
you know what else? You know what? It's funny. I mean, I want to get back to talking about your hunting and all that, but you know, I bet you could never guess what else I used to do, and it had a lot to do with driving.
What's that?
I was a Zamboni operator. Do you know what a Zamboni is?
I do not. No,
have you been to a hockey game?
I have been. Well, I've been to a fight one time and a hockey game broke out.
Yeah, that too. So, you know, in between periods, the machine comes out onto the ice and resurfaces. Oh, that's a Zamboni.
Okay.
Now they have Olympians. I mean, there's other makes out there, but the Zamboni was created by a man by the name of Frank J. Zamboni, and it's on a Jeep chassis and a Volkswagen motor, and that was back in the day. That's a Zamboni. Now they're propane operated, but still. So I did that. I resurfaced ice while I was going to school for radio and TV. So.
That is cool, man. Is it cold up there on those things?
You freeze your what's off.
Figured so, man.
Yeah.
I bet your feet really get it.
Yeah, well, it's not too bad down there because it's protected, but where you're sitting up, I mean, with it blowing in your face, you know, and the rink I worked at was indoors, but it wasn't heated. So in the winter, when it was 20 below here in the Northeast, it was 20 below in that rink. So just saying.
Man, but that 20 below ain't no joke, is it?
No, it's no joke. What's the so you go out and you hunt. What's the coldest you've been out in?
I can tell you that I've hunted in like 1 degree temperatures, and I can.
Yeah, but
dude, that gets you. You know, down here there's a lot of moisture in the air. You know, and you know, lower Alabama and all that where we're hunting, man. So yeah. I've been up in the Midwest and done a bunch of hunting there, and been in Nebraska and stuff. And you know, 18, 15 degrees there, I can walk around in a sweatshirt and sweatpants, and I'm okay. But man, you get around, you know, 35, 40 degrees down here in the South where all this humidity's at, buddy, you better bring your whole wardrobe because you are freezing. It's to the bone, man. It's
yeah, you being a musician, independent artist, writing songs, putting out soon-to-be hits, are you the kind of guy who's humming like a melody as you're walking through the woods, or when it comes time to unplug, maybe you're just humming some sort of melody?
I always have a melody in my head. There's always a melody.
Something's going on. Yeah.
Something, man. There's something in there, you know. Whatever that
is. I love that. If you, Randy, if you could pick any dream collaboration, living or gone, who would you love to write or record with?
You mean living or gone? You said.
Yeah, it could be anybody.
Okay, I think my favorite all-time artist that I would have loved to have done a song would be Keith Whitley, honestly. Yeah. I love Whitley, and I love his stuff, man, for sure. Writing, who wouldn't want to write with Dean Dillon, you know?
I know.
I mean,
yeah, no, I get you.
I'd love to write with that cat, you know?
So tell me, what's it like, Randy, you walk into a room with other writers. What's that feeling like?
That's a cool vibe, man, to walk in there, you know, that aura you get when you walk in a room with people, man, to write with. I mean, it's pretty awesome to me. I love that, knowing you're about to create something, you know, together, for sure. Cool. I write a lot alone, man, but there's, you know, like I said, there's several guys, man, I write with, and you can't write with everyone. You know, you try, but man, you know, sometimes it just don't work. You can't write with everyone. So I run to the people I know I can write with, you know, especially if I have an idea. I'm like, hey, man, let's, you know, and then we get on it, you know, and get after it. But sure, yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine that sometimes you just want to be by yourself.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of my songs I have written alone. You know, like I said, I write at least every day, sometimes every other day maybe, but I'm always alone. Something hits me, you know, whatever that is. I sit around and play my guitar for hours. And look, I'm not I'm not a lead guitar player. I'm not a, they call it picker, but I'm a solid rhythm player. So I sit around and just play different chord progressions for hours a day, man. And so a lot of times I'll just something just grabs me. I'm like, man, that's cool right there. And then I can, a lyric will hit me in that moment, or maybe I could go grab something up from my writing somewhere and say, man, this right here really fit. I mean, it happens, different ways.
Do you,
for sure.
Do you remember the very first song you ever wrote?
I don't exactly remember the very first song. I had a book of those things, and I dated this chick one time, and she got mad, and she threw the book away. I was like, oh man, that's awful. I mean, I think I had left, I had left the book there on accident, and I had a whole bunch of that stuff. So I really don't recall the very first one that I written. I really don't, but I do have stacks and stacks and stacks of things.
Oh, that's so cool. You got a lot in the closet, just in case.
I do have a lot.
You know what I mean?
I have some good ones in the closet for sure. Man. I'm blessed to have that, man, for sure.
You have a lot in the closet, and you have a lot in the freezer. Because you're doing that hunting. What do you go out moose? What do you hunt?
No, I've never hunted
deer?
Moose. I'm mainly a deer hunter, man. I like to hunt deer.
Okay.
I like to hunt deer. Now, when I was younger, I was mad at them. So, I shot a lot of them. I'm not so mad at them anymore, man. I enjoy planting my fields and those things and getting them to come in and watching. I enjoy watching them. I mean, it's really, really cool to sit in a shooting house or in a tree stand or whatever, and you have 15 or 20 deer in front of you.
Mm-hmm. What?
And just really cool. I have a lot of them. They run around like dogs. Honestly, they're just really cool little creatures.
So let me ask you this. The only reason I'm asking is we went on a little day trip over the weekend, and coming back, I was on this back road, and there were all these deer. All of a sudden, I came around a corner. Good thing I wasn't flying. I was taking my time. I was in an area that I really didn't know. I was following my map thingy, the GPS. And there were deer. And my wife goes, deer are stupid. I go, what do you mean? She goes, look, they're just standing in the middle of the road. I said, I don't think deer are really stupid. She goes, yeah, they run out and they run into your car. I said, no, I don't think deer are stupid. Mm-hmm. So... they're pretty smart.
They're very resilient. They are very smart. I mean, they've got that survival thing down, man. I mean, we really have to get in there after them a lot of times. The does are a lot more relaxed than, a mature buck. A mature buck, man, whoa, that thing right there, they know some things. I promise you they do. to stay alive. They know.
Oh, they have to do what they have to do.
Yeah.
I get it.
Not only humans, but there's other predators around that like to eat them as well. I love to eat them, but there's other predators like to eat them as well. So I mean, they have adapted on how to stay alive for sure.
Mm-hmm. Randy, where can we? I want to jump on and get some of your music. Let's say we got somebody watching this, somebody listening to this, and they say, you know what, I want to hear this guy. Where are we going to go?
Man, I do got a website like you mentioned earlier. It's randycobbmusic.com, and you can click on there and. It'll take you right into all your, there's some icons there, I guess, to click on for your, all your digital services, your Apple Music, Pandora, Spotify. We're on all those.
Cool.
Randy Cobb Music as well for your YouTube, man, subscribe or any of those things. You like what you hear. We have a bunch of, short videos and things of that matter on there. I'm being silly or being, there's some hunting stuff on there, as you talked about, some fishing stuff on there as well.
Cool.
And then also on your Instagram, it's the same thing. Randy Cobb Music, Facebook, Randy Cobb Music. So Randy Cobb Music will take you to all of those, all those sites to find my music or for my social medias for sure.
All right. I have to ask, there's a pickup truck in, was the picture of you in a pickup truck? I'm trying to think. I love that truck. And I keep thinking, I want to go and invest in an older truck. You could be on the column shift. It could be a stick shift. I mean, I learned to drive on a standard. So
right. Yeah.
I'm just like, you know what? I really I've got a nice Chevy Colorado now, but I'm just saying I want to have an older vehicle like that. And every time I look at that and I see you standing there, I go, he's so lucky. Look at that. Is that your truck?
Which truck are you speaking on?
I don't have it here in front of me.
What
but,
color is it? Is it the red and white one?
I think I was going to say probably a red and white one.
Yeah. Yes, that's my truck. That's a 93 Ram truck.
I love
have
that.
2 of them. Yeah. I've got that's a 2-wheel drive model. It's in a couple of it's in one of my videos, but it's in a lot of my short stuff too.
Okay.
And then that's a 2-wheel drive model. Then I have a 4-wheel drive model too. That's kind of a part to be restored right now. Cool. But I have 2 of those. Last year they made those.
Cool.
I've always been a Mopar guy, which is weird because when I started this radio tour, I need my 2500 has miles on it, and I kind of didn't want to trust it going across the country. So I bought a Cadillac Escalade.
Oh, nice.
And it's the first GM. I mean, it was older. I mean, it's not new. It's like 9 years old, but it only had like 90-something thousand miles on it. Really taken care of very well. And I love that thing. I mean, I can put all my gear in it in the back and, comfortable, and I can stretch out, and the thing rides good, great gas mileage. So I'm impressed with it, to be honest with you. So I used to always talk about Chevrolets with the bow ties. Not a big fan, but hey man, it's a nice vehicle.
Teach their own.
I'd probably have another one.
I totally get it. If I was to jump in that vehicle and turn the radio on, what would I be listening to?
You know what? In my playlist, my personal playlist, man, Earl Thomas Conley, John Conley, Keith Whitley, of course. I love like Steve Warner, stuff like that. I love those guys. Hey, I'm a huge Morgan Wallen fan. I love that guy, man.
He's appealing to a lot of different demographics. He really is.
He is. I like what he's doing, man. I can't say that I don't.
Have you ever thrown a chair off the roof of a bar?
I don't think I want to do
that. And almost hitting a police officer. I mean, that's so it was not a good move, Morgan, at the time, or never.
Yeah. I mean, I guess in the moment, I guess is what he felt like he needed to do. But hey, I don't think I'm going to do that.
Then he called Eric Church to help him get out of it, because I don't know if it was at Eric's bar or whatever, but it was like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a long story. Never mind. I sit back now and I read some of that stuff, and I have to chuckle a little bit. As long as nobody got hurt, nothing like that. And yeah, it was a foolish move. I get it. I mean, alcohol does weird things to people. I get it. But still, I have to laugh a little bit now when I start reading. He did what? Well, I'm thinking about what was I doing when I was that age? So we won't talk.
He dodged a bullet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Well, that's cool. Yeah. So for people that are just discovering you, Randy Cobb, what do you hope they take away from your songs?
I think a lot of it's what you said, man, that I'm just a real guy. I'm just an everyday guy, man. That's important to me, that I am who you see. I'm not a perfect human being by no means. I am a believer in the Lord above, and I wouldn't be here without that. And that, I have the same old struggles as they do, man. I'm just able to put it on paper and make music with life experience. I want them to know that I'm as approachable as anyone else, man. That's a regular dude, man.
Just a dude.
I'm just me, man.
I found out.
Nobody
cool
else.
Guy.
I just want to be me. That's all I want to be, man. That's it. That's it.
What's a few questions I always ask. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Oh man, I don't know. I think I probably got a few. Probably did. Probably somebody smacking at the dinner table. God, I can't stand it, man.
Really?
Hey, yeah.
Like the chewing, like that.
Yeah. Mouth open.
Oh my God.
That's a big one for sure, man.
No, I hear you. I couldn't agree more.
Or maybe kids yelling in the grocery store, or mom, yelling at their mom in the grocery store or something.
With the disrespect.
The disrespect. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you just want to say, but you can't. And you want to, but you can't.
Yeah.
What's one thing, Randy, that's on your bucket list you still want to cross off?
Whew. That's a hard one to think about.
I know.
Honestly, in life, you know what? Probably to get signed to a label. That's probably something that's been a huge goal of mine, man. I think through hard times and whatever that is coming up,
Mm-hmm.
I've been resilient and, just kind of been a survivor. And I've pretty much accomplished everything. And I built houses with my own two hands. I've owned 250-acre farm. I've been blessed in a lot of ways, man, and pretty much anything I ever wanted, man, I've made it happen, except getting the deal, man. And I've tried real hard. It's the drive is, the want to is still there. I still want it,
Yeah. You get, what do they say? Just let it happen. Don't force it.
Sure.
Let it happen.
Yeah.
And it will. It will happen. Just got to let it happen because you're talented. You've got it going. You've got good team behind you right now, and they've done a lot to get you out there.
I have a great team behind me. I'm so grateful for all of them. They are that whole deal, man, is just, I couldn't really ask for a better team, man. It's really neat,
So, if your friends could describe you in 3 words, what would they say? 3 words.
He's a redneck.
But a good one. I love it. Yeah. Randy. It's been so good to see you, hanging with you for a little bit. You look great, my friend, and I'm proud to call you a friend. I know we've kept in touch since Nashville last February. I hope to see you again soon. Michelle Elizabeth. Do you know who that is? She's ha ha ha. No, wait a minute. So Michelle Elizabeth is there. Oh, Jeff Galko says hi, buddy.
Hey, bud.
Yeah, and Michelle Elizabeth. Yes. All right. Wait a minute. I got to find the right one here. This is like I don't know. Do you know who Michelle is?
I do. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I know she is. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
I love it. Hello, Michelle. Thanks for checking us out. Make sure you subscribe to Skip Happens. So if I talk to this character again, you won't miss it. So he's such a good guy.
She is the young lady that I've been telling you about that inspired a lot of my songs lately.
Oh, I love it.
She has been very, very supportive, man, around me and all. And those things are priceless to have someone that gets behind you and believes in you, man. I can't thank her enough for those things. I'm grateful for that, for sure, man.
She does say he didn't know hockey.
No, I don't.
And then she goes, he's a redneck. So,
I am 100%.
But that's good.
Hey.
I do. I love it too. And Michelle, thank you for chiming in. Definitely good stuff. But Randy, I want to thank you for taking the time to, get together tonight. I know I look forward to seeing you in person again. We'll go out, we'll hang, we'll get some cold ones. We'll have a good time. We had a good time last year, and we'll do it again. I hope you got plans to be there.
I'm going to be there.
Okay.
100%.
You better be. I'll come and get you. I'll come and get you. I'll come out and get your redneck ass and bring it down to the Omni, huh?
I'm gonna find a car hauler. I'm gonna teach you how to load one up.
Forget it. That's all the past now. That's the past. You don't need to go back there. So, you're doing the right thing. You got music coming out. I want everybody that's viewing this or listening to this to at least give them a listen. Randy Cobb Music, and you do that search, you're gonna see them pop up just about everywhere. Check out the new song "Sand." It is just phenomenal, and I may attach a little clip of that to this afterwards. So
that's awesome, man. Thank you for saying that, Skip. That means a lot, man. Thank you,
well,
man.
I am
very
a lot.
proud of that song, man.
You should be, 100%. You should be. And I'm very proud of you, and I'm proud to know you. So this isn't, awesome, just so people know this pod, we did meet last year as we talked about, and we've known each other for, since then, and we text and we stay in touch, and when times got tough, I was there and vice versa. So it's all good. Randy, thanks for coming on. It's called Skip Happens.
That's right. Yes, right.
Because it does. But definitely a good time. We get a chance to talk to all the independents and all the major artists. We do it all here on Skip Happens. So just subscribe if you, I only go to CRS to party with Skip. Who's saying? Oh, Jeff Galko. You know Jeff?
Is he out of Pennsylvania?
No. He's a media guy, though. He's a media guy. Well, he's not radio. He's a press. Oh, no, I just lost train of thought. But yeah, He promotes a lot of artists, and
Oh, cool,
he does
man.
a lot of other things too. So, anyways, Randy, I want to say thank you for coming out again tonight. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for viewing, listening, whatever. Check the music out. You will not be disappointed. It's Randy Cobb, independent artist, and make sure you do it. And I know you gotta wait. Whoa! I didn't ask. What about an album?
I think we're looking at maybe just doing like a 5-pack EPK.
Yeah.
I think
That's
I think
good thing.
we've been talking about doing that. I mean, I've got stuff ready to go for sure.
Okay.
We just
Good.
we're trying to build up to that spot. It's so definitely that's in the works for sure, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Jeff said publicist. That was the word I was looking for.
Oh, okay. Jeff's the publicist. Okay. I get
Yes.
that. Hey,
Yes. It's like, you know what? I don't know if that happens to you, but it just kind of like forgot what I was going to say.
What do they call it? They call it brain fart, right?
Yeah, it's a brain fart. Skip happens.
Yeah, 100%. Or what is it? It's also CRS. Can't remember stuff. How about
Skip. Can't remember Skip.
That's right.
It is. Randy, you're awesome. I love you, brother. You stay right there. We're going to say goodnight to everybody. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Skip Happens on YouTube. And peace out, everybody. Just have a great night. Thank you. You can watch this. You can share it. Do whatever you need to do it. Love you, Randy.